And now shifting to the Middle East, according to reports, the United States has approved a new $2.5 billion military aid package for Israel. The latest package greenlights the transfer of billions of dollars worth of bombs and fighter jets to Israel. Reports say that it includes over 1,800 Mk-84 bombs. Now, these 2,000-pound bombs can inflict damage up to 300 meters away and have been linked to previous mass casualty events throughout Israel's military campaign in Gaza. The package also includes 400 Mk-82 bombs and at least 25 F-35 fighter jets. Washington gives $3.8 billion in annual military assistance to Israel, and the United States has been publicly pressuring Israel to dial back the war in Gaza. It has expressed repeated concerns over a potential invasion in Rafah and increasing civilian casualties across the Gaza Strip. Washington's pressure campaign has also created a widening rift between the Biden administration and the Netanyahu government. In fact, just last week, the United States did not veto a UN Security Council resolution demanding an immediate ceasefire in Gaza. However, the latest policy decision of sending bombs and jets to Israel sends an entirely different signal. The Palestinian Ministry of Foreign Affairs has criticized the U.S. move, calling it a moral contradiction. U.S. senators, too, have urged President Biden to cut military aid to Israel until humanitarian aid for Gaza is in fact assured. Senator Bernie Sanders slammed the latest package, calling it obscene, and said that the U.S. must end its complicity in the war. Now, last week, the U.S. State Department said it had conducted ongoing assessments of Israel's compliance with international humanitarian law and has not found them to be in violation either in terms of conduct during the war or of the provision of humanitarian assistance. Now, this came after congressional Democrats and Arab American groups raised concerns over Israel's conduct in the Gaza war. And they say U.S. weapons to Israel provide it with a sense of impunity. Now, President Biden also acknowledged the pain being felt by many Arab Americans over the war in Gaza and over U.S. support for Israel in its military offensive. The latest package of arms and fighter jets could be seen as a sign of dialing back tension between the two nations. In fact, a high-level Israeli delegation is now expected to visit Washington to discuss possible alternative plans for operations in Rafah. And this visit was in fact canceled by Israeli Prime Minister just last week in response to the UN Security Council's ceasefire vote. From impeachments to inaugurations, if it's a political story, we are on the scene. The race for the White House is heating up.
We're beating Biden.
How dare he say that?
If it's breaking news, we're live with the latest coverage. From the White House, the State Department, and Capitol Hill, we know the issues, but above all, we know the players to bring you the latest in-depth analysis on all the key stories that we're covering. I'm Eric Ham. Join me from Washington here on Firstpost America.